Okay, I did see that this stream would not be recorded on StreamYard, but that's fine. Been a hot second since I used StreamYard, but oh, I forgot about the QR codes. Well, you know what? While we're waiting on our guest to arrive, she did notify me that she was going to be a little bit late, which is fine. We can just get some tea going. Get a QR code made super quick. Shouldn't be hard. 1 second. So the nice thing about Crowdfunder is that they can make QR codes for you. Hello, Ben Wright Human. Happy to see you in the chat. It'll be just a minute or two before Chloe arrives, but I figured I would just hit the live button, get that started and going. And there's the share button. Parents' house. I was listening to Ninja's Sex Party before hitting the live button. Now I just have welcome to my parents' house stuck in my head. Aha, there's the QR code. And we are going to save that super quick. Upload it on here super fast. Oh, never mind. I have the basic plan. I have the free plan. I can't really change the little logo in the corner. Never mind. But I have the QR code for the next time that I get something ready. Did I see the new Ninja Sex Party music video with Marisha Ray in it? No, but I did see that she was in one of the music videos recently. So I really want to check that out. Hello, Jessica. And we have Chloe here with us. Hello.
Oh, hello.
If you have your thing plugged in, your audio's not on. Yeah.
Oh, 1 second.
Might take a little configuration there. A wild Chloe appeared. If you go to because on StreamYard there's the little like toolbar across the bottom that has our faces and then a little microphone icon and the 3 dots icon beside that. If you go to that can whoops. 1 second.
Is there audio? Oh, wait, 1 second.
Yeah.
Microphone. Here we go.
Oh, Ben can hear Chloe, but I cannot. That's probably my own headset then. Let me see if I can fix that. I think I know what it is. Hold on.
Okay.
I hear ya. There it is.
Hey!
I had my Bluetooth head speakers on earlier, so it was the computer was thinking that I was still using that, but I wasn't. So
no, you're good. I had a feeling scuff would happen just because this is actually the first time I've ever done a live stream. Ever. Oh no, I can't hear you. Oh no, I lost audio. Oh, there we go. I think I hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
It muted me because the Bluetooth headphones has this to plug into a USB drive, and I just yanked it out, and that confused the computer for a second.
There we go. Also, apologies for the light up ahead. It is not a biblical angel. It is just the lighting in the studio.
That's okay. I have my little ring light beside me that's giving me a nice glossy sheen, so you're good. We're not going for perfect here.
Also, apologies. If you hear budgies in the background, those are my sister's budgies.
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask about the budgies. How are they doing?
They're doing good. They love it whenever I come in here to do like video games or actually I think I watched a couple live streams in here and they love the sound of your voice.
Oh my gosh. That makes
very active.
That makes me happier than you know.
I am being told that I'm using the wrong mic, so I'm going to take a second.
Ginger ale. This was not a good drink to choose.
Oops. 1 second.
While you're doing that, I'm going to turn off the sound thing for Discord.
There we go. I think I fixed it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a different sound. Yep. We got the Los in the chat as well. And we got Jessica and Ben. The whole gang is basically here.
Hello.
And Jessica, yeah, thank you for catching the mic quality change. Oh, now that we got all the tech stuff out of the way, how have things been since last I saw you? I mean, I think I last saw you at the Halloween party.
Yeah. Things have been good. This week has been a lot's happened this week.
Mhm.
But things are going good. Busy.
Yeah. Yes, because you teach part-time or full-time?
Part-time. I'm just
Okay.
an adjunct. And I teach Monday and Wednesdays, not Monday through Wednesdays.
Gotcha.
In addition to the product design job.
Gotcha. So here's a question for folks who might be watching now live or on the replay, because this will be available as a replay. How do you find the time to work on your fan stuff when you're not being an adjunct instructor or working the product design job? How do you make that work?
That's a good question. I try to set aside a little bit of time on my off days. Oh no, I froze. Oh God,
it's okay. Tech issues. It's fine.
Why did it freeze like that?
I don't know.
Oh God, I'm embarrassed.
It's okay.
If I turn off the camera and turn it back on, will that fix it?
It might. Try that. Okay, we're gonna reboot that. And then I'm actually gonna give her a second, because right now she's still kind of like a little icon on the backstage part. While we're back here, thank you for bearing with us while we have our technical difficulties and we are doing this live. Okay. Freeze frame. Yes, thank you, Los. Ben says one should always attempt to have camera freeze in the goofiest way possible. It's just common decency. Yes, it also it's a great stream highlight, honestly. Okay. Oh, just got a message on Discord. Okay.
Oh, are we back?
Okay. Well, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Yeah, she just messaged me on Discord, so. Okay, let's see. Well, while we're waiting on that, I'll go ahead and shout out that we have the Fantasyville Holiday Pop-Up Shop running, crowdfunder.com/FVillePopShop. Link is on the screen. Link is also in the doobly-doo. Oh, no. Technical difficulties, Dance. We're just going to have that comment up for a little bit because, yeah, it looks like StreamYard just completely booted Chloe out of the stream. So we are going to be a second. I love how we're getting increasingly more views as the technical difficulties increase. This is fabulous.
Hello?
Yes, so I can hear you. And there is an echo of my voice.
Oh my gosh. So now it's saying, wait, it says press Control E. Why?
StreamYard.
Well, while I'm trying to, so I'm hitting start cam and it's just not letting me start the camera up again.
Let's see.
Is that something on my end? Well,
I
while we're
can't handle it on my end, so
okay, I'm gonna keep trying to figure out the.
okay, yeah. Isn't that just the robot? The technical difficulties dance? Yeah, I think that's just the robot. Yeah, well, okay. So while we are still figuring this out, one of the reasons I wanted to bring Chloe onto today's stream is because her work is included in our very first Fantasyville pop-up shop, which you can check out on the screen. Link also in the doobly-doo. We'll get to that if we can get everything working. Oh, you know what? Hey, come here. There is a wild Bree who is. I'm slowly drawing her closer. Hold on. Hey, baby. You know what will make tolerating technical difficulties easier is if I can entice a cat to get on screen. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. You want to greet the masses on camera? Okay. So I see Chloe is on the backstage, but it looks like her mic is turned off. And the camera's turned off, so we're going to give it a second. Baby. Honey. Oh, no, you don't. I say, honey, you're scratching the walls. Stop doing that. Hold on. Ow. I'm recovering from a back injury. Bending over hurts like a lot. Here we go. This will help us deal with the technical difficulties. Is a wild Bree. Hello, Bree. Oh. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Chloe Rose would like to apologize to everybody. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
It says, okay, thank God. It says everyone can see and hear me, but it looks like my icon is still not showing up.
That seems to be the case. Yes.
Okay. I guess before
the cat tax has been paid, so we're okay there.
Before it kicks me out again, I guess I can try to answer your question.
Okay.
Okay. So to answer your question, on my off days, when I am not teaching and I just have my product design job, I just try to do a little bit of sketching every day. It doesn't really, well, on my off days, I should say. Yeah. Doesn't have to be like finished or perfect. It's just like quick little sketchies. Some days I work on full sketchbook spreads. And I just draw whatever is currently ruminating in my brain. I just finished a spread.
Yeah. Oh no, it disconnected again. But yeah, that's really the secret sauce is if you have multiple things going on at once, just draw a little bit at a time. Let's see here. I don't know why. It's okay. While we're here, I'll just go ahead and bring up. Might need to do a restart. That's fine. That's fine. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, we'll give you a few minutes. While we give you a few minutes, I'll actually go ahead and pull up some stuff because I have some of her prints on hand, actually. So I can at least highlight that while we are waiting for her on the tech end of things. Should we have figured this out earlier this week? Yes. Did we have the ability to? No, we did not. Again, we are two people working full-time jobs. So this is what you get. At least we're entertaining, right? Okay, so I'll go ahead and highlight some of the prints that we have available. Oh, yep. She adds, but yeah, I try to keep my creative muscles busy by sketching whatever my current hyperfixation is. Totally get that. Speaking of hyperfixations, I would like to go ahead and highlight some of these promare prints that she has. Look at these. This is one design out of 3 that is available in the pop-up shop currently. So crowdfunder.com/FVille Pop Shop if you'd like to check that out. Link also in the doobly-doo. We also have this one's my personal favorite one, the one that I'm about to show. And this one, I love this one because it's not only my favorite anime, it's my 2 favorite anime. It's Promare and Castle in the Sky. It's great. Chloe just added a comment. If I can't draw, then I flex other creative muscles by playing games, reading, or watching anime. I would love to ask for your anime recs as soon as you are able. Because honestly, when it comes to anime recommendations, Chloe's is the only person's taste that I trust at this point. I don't really ask anybody else for anime recommendations. This is the 3rd Promare print that is available in the pop-up shop. Look at this beauty. Oh my God, I love them. I love them so much. I love the simplicity of this print design. This is an 11 by 17. Also, gotta say, love the paper textures on all of these. Yes. Okay. Looks like it's working.
Thank Jesus. Holy, oh my God. Oh God, no. Teams, get out of here. No, I figured out what the problem was.
Okay.
I had Discord open up on desktop.
Oh.
And
it was confused.
The computer could not process that I wanted to have Discord going at the same time as Streamlabs. Yeah, so now I'm just double checking to make sure I have no other programs running in the background. No Teams, get out of here. Okay, we should be good. We should be good. Barring technical difficulties, we should be good.
Gary has joined us in the chat.
I know
Hi,
that.
Gary.
Hello.
You're live. Yeah. Success.
So anime recommendations. Well, obviously, every person that I meet nowadays, the first thing I recommend is Promare. On a more serious note, other anime that I will always recommend is Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and then if you're feeling spicy, the original 2003 version. There are elements to that version that are still good. There are, in general, I do not like the direction it went, but I can recognize the parts that did work. And I've gotten to that point in my life where I feel really bad for ever saying it was crappy because other people liked it. And just from experience, telling someone their favorite anime is bad is not cool. So there are parts I do like to 2003 anime. Other shows, let me think. Wolfstring is a classic. That is probably my second favorite anime of all time. But more recently, current favorites are My Dress Up Darling, which is for those
been mentioning that one a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, because I don't know how many in the audience have heard of it, My Dress Up Darling is a meet cute rom-com about a closeted cosplayer who befriends a closeted doll maker, and the cosplayer is a girl and the doll maker is a boy. And the show is all about the two helping each other embrace the things they love without worrying about other people or what they think.
Yeah. I still need to watch it.
Yes. I will say this. There are a couple elements of the show that I could live without. They do have some mild fan service. It's about par for a rom-com anime, and it's definitely not the worst fan service I've ever seen. But I would say if that kind of stuff bothers you, then I could recommend which episodes to skip.
Okay.
Apart from Dress Up Darling, Blue Period.
Oh man, I love the manga for that so heckin' much. The
anime is so good. Johnny Young Bosch is in the English dub, and he plays the main character.
Oh, you're telling me Vasha Stampede is going to art school?
Yeah, basically. And for those in the audience who don't know what Blue Period is, it is about a delinquent high school boy who, in his last 2 years of high school, discovers a passion for art, and he decides he wants to try and get into Tokyo Institute of the Arts, I believe.
Yeah.
Is the college.
Which is like the most competitive art school in Japan. Which is very ballsy of him, considering that he didn't have an interest in art until like what, June, the equivalent of junior year.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's see. A couple other anime that I'll run through real quick. Yuri on Ice. That's another phenomenal one. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That is a very cute show with a lot of very sweet LGBT friendly themes. Ranking of Kings. If you love fantasy and you have not watched Ranking of Kings, it is phenomenal. I still need to watch that. I adore. I have the first season on Blu-ray. I will gladly lend it to you. It is so good.
Yes. Oh my god.
Will have you in tears.
Oh, I look forward to it. Well, there was one anime that you recommended that it starts with an F. I remember it starts with an F. This was a fairly new one. It's not out yet. What?
Freyren, Beyond Journey's End.
That's it. Yeah, I really want to watch that. I am looking forward to the emotional damage that it is inevitably going to deal.
Yeah, and then and as a general recommendation, anything by Studio Bones is a win for me. Anything by Studio Trigger is a win for me. Even the stupid shit. But yeah, I like a whole assortment of anime. I don't discriminate by genre. A bit more on the obscure side of things, and this will be the last one I recommend. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. That is
I've not heard of that one.
It is if you've seen screen caps, you probably would have known of it. I don't want to give too much away because the first 4 episodes are a massive spoiler. But it takes place in the late 1980s. Early 1980s. It is about a sleepy town in the Japanese mountains that is plagued by a mysterious curse every year. And the main character is a transfer student to that town who becomes involved with the lives of the people and the curse surrounding the village.
Gotcha.
And that is all I'm going to say because the rest is a massive spoiler.
Okay.
But I adore it.
Oh, Gary brought up that apparently if Fear and they did a 4-episode back-to-back premiere on Japanese TV. That's how good the show is. Yeah,
that blows my mind. I just found out about that today. Because funny enough, I was listening to this one YouTuber was going through all of the brand new anime of the season that was not a sequel or a continuation, and he mentioned that, and I was like, sheesh.
Wow. That is impressive, actually. Also, since we're talking about YouTubers, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time on YouTube, and yet I only just started getting into Hololive.
Yeah,
because of your influence. Can we talk a little bit about this? Because I have some of these mini prints here, and I would just love to show these off because they're so heckin' gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to talk about VTubers.
Yes.
So when did I get into VTubers?
Yeah, when did you get into that? How did you first discover the world of VTubers?
I think it was so most people tend to experience they get introduced to the world of VTubing through viral clips.
Yes.
The first viral clip I ever saw, and I think I've shown you this. If I have not, I will send it to you later. Okay. It's a clip of a Japanese VTuber named Inugami Korone playing a game with an English VTuber, Mori Calliope. And they are playing the game Keep Calm and Don't Explode, which is a bomb defusing game.
Oh, you showed me this clip.
Yes, it is the uh-oh, I'm die. Thank you forever.
For context, this is Mori Calliope, I believe.
Yes, that is Mori Calliope.
Look at this.
She is a Grim Reaper turned rapper. Because now that hospitals exist, she doesn't have as many souls to reap. So now she has a music career.
Amazing. I love that backstory.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one was you said a name. Was it this one?
No, the other streamer was Corone. It's not
Okay.
listed on the pop-up shop, but is the one it's the girl in the yellow hoodie with a
Okay.
ears. She's actually holding the bomb from the bomb defusal game, but that's not on the pop-up shop.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's probably elsewhere. I have a ton of your mini prints over here as well, actually. But you brought up Mori Calliope, and I'm like, I know which one that is. That's this one.
Yeah. So that was the gateway, and then I started listening to Maury's music.
Yeah.
And she's an incredibly talented musician. She writes a lot of her own music. She composes a lot of her own music.
Oh, that's
and
dope.
she's done collaborations with Teddy Lloyd, who is a famous Japanese composer. She's done collaborations with the band Fake Type. And I will send you all of these because all of her album work is phenomenal. But right about the time that I got interested in VTubers was about the time that the first generation of Hololive was having their first year anniversary. And it was also when COVID was in full swing. So their first physical reunion was delayed for 2 years. But in the meantime, they got very active in streaming because they wanted to provide people an escape from what was happening outside, and they wanted to give people a place where they could chat.
Aw, that's very sweet.
Yeah, they're all so sweet. And yeah, I've just kind of been following the different groups of VTubers. Beyond Hololive, I watch a lot of Iron Mouse's content. Iron Mouse is her mini prints are sold out. I sold out of her at Anna Marathon.
That says something about Iron Mouse, I feel like.
She was another streamer that I saw a couple viral clips from. She has a really cool story. She suffers from an immune deficiency disorder.
Okay.
And she got into streaming because she was bedbound for a long point in her life. She was in training to be an opera singer, and she actually became bedbound and almost lost her voice entirely. But she got into streaming as a way to get connected with people and just start something to keep her mind off of things. And it became a successful enough venue that she was able to raise money for research in her specific immune deficiency disorder. And she's doing so much better. And she just had her first live concert.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love Iron Mouse. If you've seen clips of Connor from Trash Taste in anime, he and Mouse are best friends.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Hold on, I gotta write this name down too. This is a thing I do in live streams. I just write down things that people recommend. What was it? Trash Taste in anime?
Yeah, they're pretty funny, but specifically, you'll want the clips from streams with C Dog DAWG VA and Iron Mouse, and I can actually DM you the
That works for me. Feel free to also just post these in like the YouTube comment section after we go live. Because,
absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, so I follow quite a few VTubers. I try to keep. There's actually a really cool channel on YouTube. Oh God, did it freeze on me again? You know what? I'm gonna keep talking in the hopes that it unfreezes.
Fair.
Yeah, there's a channel on YouTube called VTuber News. And they cover a whole breadth of information across Japanese VTubing industry, Indonesian VTubing. I hate that my face is frozen like that. Let's just...
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, VTubing is one of those things that you don't think it's something you'd be into, and then you find a streamer that caters exactly to your interests, and then the next thing you know, you're like following their covers and listening to their music and all that stuff.
Yep.
And showing out of context clips to your friends.
Yeah, you got me down the Shinji rabbit hole.
Yes, Shinri, Josuiji.
The Shinri rabbit hole. Yeah, I'm still new to the whole VTubing thing, so I'm still getting the hang of all these names.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm just.
Yeah. Okay, Chloe, you can't see this, but Alex just crept in the corner of the studio and was like, I heard Shinri. We're talking about Shinri while struggling to make the tech work.
I turned
Yes.
my camera. Hi! I turned my camera off because I was embarrassed. I'm still frozen.
It's okay. I don't know what happened, but there we go.
Yeah, I turned the camera off because I was tired of looking at my face like that.
That's fair. Out of solidarity, I will go ahead and
No. You don't have to do that. I'll try.
Yep.
I would hit refresh, but I'm scared that the tech is gonna. Actually, wait. Can I add an icon? Oh, wait. I can add a. It says edit audio avatar. Can I just add something?
You should be able to. Yeah.
Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Give me
let's do that.
But as I'm talking, for anyone who is new to the world of VTubers, I definitely recommend giving the talent from HoloLive a try. On the girl side, there is HoloLive, and on the guy side, yes. So that is actually Tsukumo Sana is retired. She was a member of HoloLive Council, and she unfortunately retired for other opportunities. But everyone still follows her content, and she is beloved and missed by the VTubing community.
Aw. Well, I totally understand why she would need to peace out, but I wish her the best.
Yeah. What else is there? Hang on, where's the pop-up shop folder? God, I swear I'm a professional. I swear.
It's okay. Gary actually recommends try unplugging your webcam, then switching back to the camera again.
I'm using the camera that's built into the computer, so I don't know what I'm afraid of what unplugging the camera would do.
Oh, that's fair. Then don't worry about it. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and highlight other VTuber mini prints that I have here, and you can just tell me who they are and what they are best known for. Like this one, who you told me I had to get it right side up. So yes.
That is Hakos Bales. She is a member of. She was one of the founding members of HoloLive English Council. And I say founding because Council has recently rebranded into HoloLive Promise. And they adopted another member into the crew, who I have not done any art of, but I should. And that consists of the 4 founders of Council and not a new VTuber. The 4 members of Council plus Iris.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let me see.
Honestly, one of my personal favorites, just because of the lushness of the colors, is this one right here.
Yeah, that's Nanashi Mume. So her as a member of council, each member of council represents a different aspect of society. So Bei, the mouse girl from the previous slide, she represents chaos. Mume represents human civilization. So she keeps archives of all of civilization throughout time. The good and the bad. But she does forgo a lot of details because that's a lot of history to cover.
Yes. That's awesome. Also, can I just say I love how you did the colors for all of these. I feel, am I correct in thinking that it's a combination of Copic markers and colored pencils to get this?
You'd be right. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Those are my tools of the trade most of the time.
Nice.
Yeah, Copics and Prismacolor pencils, which I wasn't touching for a long time. And then I thought, why am I not using this? So now I'm using it more.
Yeah.
No, I'm still frozen. God damn it.
I was wondering about that. Also wanted to highlight this lovely, colorful lady right here because, like, wowsy. For one, the color, and 2, I just kind of popped her up for a hot second earlier, but didn't go into full detail about it. So.
Yeah, so that's Sarah's Fauna. She is a Kirin girl she represents nature in Holo Console.
Nice.
And she apparently has a yandere side. I'm still fairly new to a lot of the talent, so but yeah, apparently like when she debuted, she had a poster that was both her nice side and then her yandere side, which if you don't if you know yandere is the trope of like the psycho girlfriend.
Okay. I knew tsundere, but didn't know yandere.
Yeah, yandere is like oh god, what's an example?
I'm thinking of whatever her face was in Higurashi when they cry. But I don't, yeah. I don't remember her name. I just remember one out of context scene where somebody's just bleeding out on the floor and this girl is just like staring into nothing and screaming, I won! And it's like, okay.
Yep, that's Shion, who, despite that clip, is actually best girl.
Okay.
Wait, I will say this. Nothing in Higurashi is what it seems.
Okay, fair.
So the characters, it delves a lot into psychosis and mental illness, as well as getting treatment for mental illness by reaching out to the people around you and reaching out to your friends and family.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't watch it for the longest time because it was like super popular and I'm just naturally contrarian. Anytime that something is popular, I'm like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes I have that knee-jerk reaction sometimes as well. Yeah, I saw Ben mentioned in the comments something about the video game Yandere Simulator.
Yes.
Which I would say that's a good example of the trope to a T, but I also would not recommend that game just because of all the recent drama with the creator.
Oh, gotcha. We don't have to get into that.
Yeah. That's
off stream.
That's not important.
It's not important. Don't worry about
Don't worry about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I brought you here because we are being beset by eldritch horrors. Sorry, that one was a Candela Obscura reference.
Oh, nice.
Threw that out there for Ben. I don't know if he watches Candela Obscura. I know he and I watch Critical Role a lot.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and pull up these other VTuber mini prints as soon as I stop chucking them at my own face. You know what? This one leapt out at me. Let's go ahead and talk about this one for a second. Who is this?
Yeah, so that is everybody's favorite Phoenix, Takanashi Kiara. Nice. She is not a chicken, despite what her chef's hat says. Her bit she is one of the founding members of Hololive English. And her bit is she is a Phoenix who runs a chicken shop, like a fried chicken shop.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. She's also a very talented singer, and her character design is actually it was actually designed by the guy who created the franchise Black Rock Shooter.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a lot of talent gets involved with VTubing work.
That's kind of what I'm noticing. Yeah. I mean, I kind of tangentially got aware of VTubing because there was actually a VTuber who was a player in Heart of Elinthe, which is the D&D campaign that JoCat DMs for. And I was watching early episodes of that. I'll be honest, I had started watching that show because I saw that Red from Overly Sarcastic Productions was one of the players, but also JoCat is the creator of the Crap Guide to D&D. And I'm like, well, color me interested. And then I saw that there was a VTuber who was also participating in the game. And I'm like, I kind of want to check out her channel. Yeah, I don't remember her name. I'm going to have to look that up. You know what? I'm going to take a second. Here we are, Heart of Elinthe, because her character is an owl person ranger, if I remember this correctly.
Okay.
Yes. The character is named Fritz. Let me see. I have the freaking wiki right in front of me.
Okay.
Poi Boy PNG.
Okay, I don't think I know that VTuber.
Yeah, she's new to me too, but it's a lot of fun in this campaign. So
Nice.
no spoilers, anybody, because I fell behind on it and I have to catch up on it. But yeah,
I like Joe Cat's content.
yeah, Joe Cat's great. Did you see his latest little like Gobbo video? Gobbo getting ready for bed.
No, I need to get caught up. This past week has been a whirlwind of busy.
Yeah, that's fair, because I mean you're teaching college age kids on top of everything else that you do.
Yeah.
Speaking of everything else, including drawing this VTuber, who is this and what does she do?
Yeah, so that's another one of the founding 5 of Hololive English. That is Ninamai Inanis, aka Ina. She used to be a human, and then she picked up an Eldritch Book of Horrors, and she turned into a Cthulhu-esque octopus girl. But she is very sweet. She doesn't want to destroy the world. She just wants to make art, talk about Kingdom Hearts, and there is a very viral clip I'm sure you've seen where she finds out that Kingdom Hearts is coming to the cloud-based system for Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Director 240, thank you so much for the nice compliment.
Yeah. Oh, Gio's great. We're actually going to be talking with Gio on Monday. So,
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Do the YouTube things and subscribe and get notifications for that. But
hit that like button in the face.
Shill.
But, yeah, there's a viral clip of Ina where she finds out something is coming out the next day, and her reaction is, "Oh, tomorrow!" And her voice cracks, and it's so cute. I'll have to send it to you.
Oh my god, I do
hit the bell.
Yeah, I do need to see that. And also, you had me at she talks about Kingdom Hearts, because I am here for anybody who is unhinged about Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, she loves Kingdom Hearts.
That is it. Oh, good. I feel like I would really enjoy this person's work. Also, the way that you just described her as just a fangirl Cthulhu Eldritch being, I'm like, oh, so this is Zoe from Monster Prom.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. She is Zoe from Monster Prom if Zoe achieved her dream of becoming an anime girl.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm here for this.
Also, I can see the volume on my little icon going in. Like, I apologize if I make anybody's ears hurt. If I am talking too loud, just let me know and I will tone down my volume.
Oh, right now you are fine, my girl. You're fine. I also appreciate the little ambient budgie chirps happening in the background right now.
Yeah, you guys like that? You like talking about the VTubers?
Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing any complaints in the chat, so you are good.
Yay!
Also, Ben's like, take a bat to the like button's knees.
I like it.
I like it. I might be using that next time.
Give it the Baccano treatment. Give it the rail tracer treatment.
Ooh.
Which, by the way, Baccano, another anime recommendation.
Oh, okay. Baccano. I feel like I read the manga for that one. Remind me what the pitch is for that one again. If I'm remembering it correctly.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta pull up the pitch because the description for Baccano on the official DVD is phenomenal.
Oh, okay. Apparently, we got some confirmations from Ben that Baccano slaps. So
Baccano slaps so hard. I adore it. Okay, hang on. I'm pulling it up. Yeah. Gary summed it up perfectly. Prohibition era urban fantasy about it is similar, for lack of a better comparison, it is very similar to Crash in structure, where there are multiple character threads and they all intertwine and intersect at some point. But it takes place in 1920s New York during the era of Prohibition, where you have gangsters and mobsters and murderers roaming the streets.
Okay.
And some of them may be immortal.
Okay.
But to quote the DVD description, we ain't talking about that sissy, sparkly, immortal shit. We talk about limbs regrowing immortality.
I'm really glad that I waited to sip my tea.
Also, I apologize for my bad New York accent.
Oh, you know what? That's the perfect New York accent.
But
what are the New Yorkers going to do? They're going to try to hunt us down. They don't know where the heck we live.
But yeah, what's running through the streets of New York in the 1920s isn't just wine and beer. It's also secrets to immortality.
Ooh.
And mayhaps the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, so we're towing into Full Metal Alchemist crossover territory here.
Yeah, for context, I drew you back when we were in college together. I drew you that fan art of Kimberly and Ling from FMA in Zoot Suits.
Yes.
That is because the English dub voice of Ling, Todd Habercorn, is the dub voice for the character Fira Procenezo in Bacano.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of accents, I recommend watching the sub of Bacano. The dub has some rough accent work.
It depends on the accents.
Okay.
Some of the character accents I think are pretty good.
Okay.
But I can definitely see like some of the characters don't have very good accents. But I recommend giving them both a little bit of a try.
Okay. I mean, I have no preference either way for dub versus sub. I feel like that argument it comes down to personal taste.
Yeah. I always recommend watch the first episode in one language, watch the second episode in another language, and then depending on the performances, then make your decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, because everything for me has to circle back to Dragon Ball Z. Like I didn't watch the original Japanese sub of Dragon Ball Z until I was much older, and that's when I realized that Goku is actually voiced by the same woman who did his child voice back in Dragon Ball.
Right.
It's just a grown woman doing the voice of a grown man, and I feel like that's great.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Reset the DBZ clock.
It has been this many hours since.
Yeah. It has been this many streams since I last talked about Dragon Ball Z.
Listen, my clock is much worse. My clock is set to, it has been this many minutes since Chloe talked about promare.
You know, that's totally fair. Promare is an amazing movie.
It is. It is absolutely.
It is. I've been joking a little bit with some of my regular viewers about making like a Kelsey stream bingo card and having talks about Dragon Ball Z as one of the squares.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We got to put that in there. And also a little block for an appearance by Bree. Because pay pet tax at least once per stream if I am able to. She's not able to join in every stream. But if we ever do a live stream again, we definitely got to include a little square for it has been this many minutes since we talked about promare.
You could also put a square for it's been this many minutes since my webcam froze.
Technical difficulties. That's just a whole block.
Yeah. The scuff. It's all about the scuff.
Yep. Also, totally don't know what you're talking about, Ben. Have no idea what you're talking about. I'm glad I don't talk obsessively about anything. Scoot's Critical Role in Dimension 20 under the rug.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I've been recommending stuff to my younger sibling because they're long distance trucking again, and they're like, I need new podcasts to listen to. And I'm like, well, have you heard of Dimension 20?
Yeah, I would be like, have you heard of the Adventure Zone?
Yes. I've been catching up on the comic adaptation, the graphic novel adaptation.
Yes.
I am a little sad that I wasn't able to get the latest book when I was at Small Press Expo because the artist was there at Small Press Expo. Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Yes, they were there. They also had Dragon Ball Z zine smut I am here for it.
You told me that. I love it. Love it.
I love it so much. But I am a little sad that I wasn't able to get the latest The Adventure Zone book while I was there because they were debuting it at the show. But
oh my gosh,
there was just so much happening at Small Press Expo this year. So I wasn't able to hit like everything.
I need to go with you next year.
Oh, if we'll coordinate.
Even if I don't get a table, I can be your table monkey.
Yes.
Yes. The Lost Dungeons and Daddies. I just started listening to that. And contrary, I will say this: you hear the title Dungeons and Daddies. It is not a BDSM podcast. It is about 4 suburban. Well, you've probably heard of it.
Oh yeah, I have. I'm familiar, even though I haven't actually like listened to the podcast. But it's about 4 dads who play Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, specifically, they're 4 dads who play Dungeons and Dragons who, in the game they play, they get isekai'd into a Dungeons and Dragons world, and they have to find their kids in the Dungeons and Dragons world.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The concept.
Yes. Gary says
God.
That's the best D&D podcast. Premise alone, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the premise alone, yes.
I feel like, yeah, this is like right up my alley, but I also am saying this as somebody who loved Dungeons and Drag Queens from Dimension 20.
Ooh.
Oh my god, highly recommend that. It's only 4 episodes long. It's fantastic. Like, there are drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race who are just playing D&D, and it's fantastic.
Oh my god. I love it.
I love it so much. I love that Alaska Thunderfuck is playing Princess the Orc Barbarian.
Nice.
It's so good.
Nice.
Oh, apparently Dungeons and Daddies has dad joke psych damage.
Yep. He mentioned that the last time we hung out.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Ben, that hits close to home. He's like, my D&D group recently realized that pretty much all of our parties have had at least one negligent parent as a PC. Oh dear. But Dungeons and Drag Queens is excellent.
Nice.
Also it's one of the few campaigns that I've come across. Then again, I haven't caught up on the entire Dimension 20 catalog, but it is great to watch Dungeons and Drag Queens, if only from the angle of, Brennan Lee Mulligan is explaining the game to people who have never played D&D before.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like, you can certainly try that. Or like, so usually the spell doesn't work like this, but I will allow it in this instance. Or being like, so the spell that you want to cast actually has this kind of a range. So if you wanted to move forward X amount of spaces, you can cast the spell and hit everybody.
Nice.
Like giving guidance. It is great to see him being basically a D&D coach for all these drag queens. Also, Brennan's makeup in that campaign is
my god,
on point. Yes,
I need to watch this.
Yes, I will send you stuff. We will get you caught up.
This is one of the reasons why I love I love fandom culture. I love being able to talk with other fans about things that they're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of misconceptions about fandom culture. Like, people see fan artists as like, it's not as creative as like original art. It's like,
excuse me, I am holding a piece that is made with markers and colored pencils, and it looks gorgeous. Yeah. And it is available in the crowdfunder Fantasyville Pop-Up Shop now, self-plug. But like, this art, can we talk about, I want to geek out more about this in particular.
God.
Can we talk about this? Can we? Because it's not just that I love promare. It's, you do not understand how much I love Castle in the Sky as a movie.
I love Castle in the Sky might be my. Well, hang on, I gotta think about this. Princess Mononoke is probably my first favorite, but it's now tied with Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso is very good.
I finally got to see it recently, and I adore it. But Castle in the Sky is up there. I would say it's probably third behind Peace Delivery Service.
Kiki's is also very good.
Yeah, and Kiki was the first one I ever saw, so it holds a nostalgic place in my heart. But Castle in the Sky is amazing. The original dub with all the ad libs.
Yes, I am here for the ad libs.
Couldn't see it, but I was making the chef's kiss, the Pacha meme. I was, but yeah, like, and by no means, like, in my opinion, as long as you are creating any form of art and as long as you are having fun, original art or fan art, like, create whatever you would like. I think in general, artists would benefit a lot more from promoting each other and lifting each other up instead of putting each other down for what we draw.
Yeah.
Whether it's like original content, fan content, safe for work, not safe for work, gay firefighting boyfriends, Studio Ghibli masterpieces, like, create whatever you want. Don't be ashamed of it. Own it. As long as it's upside down.
It's upside down. Hold on. We were trying to make a subtle point and then it was upside down. Oops.
You know what? It worked. It worked completely.
Okay, good.
Yes, the loss. Art should be fun.
Yes.
Art absolutely should be fun. If you're taking it too seriously.
Flipping it back upside down again to prove the point.
And not to mention, fandom is a great way to rally people around different causes. One of the things I love to do, I haven't done it lately, but I recently just got back into the zine scene.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm taking part in a zine for Panty and Stocking. But prior to that, I did a bunch of charity zines where all the proceeds went to charity. For anyone who loves fan art but wants to get involved with other elements of the art community, such as charity, I highly recommend getting involved in fanzines. Yes,
I wanted to highlight your Panty and Stocking zine since you were bringing that up. So
yeah,
boom, look at this. Yeah, but I heard that you were getting involved with the Panty and Stocking zine. I think I actually told you about it. Like, it popped up on one of my Discord servers, and I'm like, "There's a Panty and Stocking zine thing happening," and you were like, "Send me the link," and I'm like, "Done."
Yeah, I think actually my response first was slams down door, give me link please.
Yep, something like that, but definitely sent you the link and we made that happen.
Yeah,
absolutely happy to help you out there.
Yeah.
Also, happy to see that you got involved in the zine. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm a little behind, but I've been keeping in touch with the mods and letting them know, hey, working 2 jobs, making my way downtown, walking fast in my hometown.
I'm sure they understand with the whole working 2 jobs thing. Yeah. So, also wanted to highlight this. Was this also in a zine? Because yes, because I know that I have a copy of Dreadfully Yours, which is a Yuri on Ice fanzine on my shelf somewhere.
And originally that was another charity zine where proceeds went to originally the proceeds were going to go to something else, but the zine released in the COVID times, the worst of the COVID times, I should say, and the mods got together and asked the artists and the writers, which charities should we be donating to? And we actually donated, we made the charity proceeds go to bat research and conservation.
Oh,
because, nice. Unfortunately, one of the side effects to COVID was that a lot of people started looking at bats and they're like, oh, they're disgusting, like, disease carriers. And it's like, no, like, they're very good for the planet. Don't just, no.
Yeah, don't consider them like plague-riddled, like, flying rats. Like, they are actually important for the ecosystem.
Yeah, and we wanted to help. That. So, I do think you could select which charity you wanted to donate to. I stuck with that one, but I know other people donated to COVID outreach and community work. Yeah,
the COVID outreach was, I think, one that Joe Cat was working in collaboration with at one point, or something like that. Like, he was doing some charity streams where it went to a charity that would help support artists who were, like, basically waylaid, not being able to go to conventions, and having that income stream just dry up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which totally get that. That hit me. That hit me differently because at the time I was working full time with a startup, and then once that went from full time to part time, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, if we can get back to conventions, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also wanted to highlight this because one, it's gorgeous, and two, this was also made for another zine.
Yeah. So that was created for the Fire Emblem Wedding zine. That zine was a bit different because that was actually a Kickstarter zine.
Ooh.
And, I think it ran once, did not reach funding, and then it ran twice on BackerKit. And through BackerKit, it was fully funded.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wanted to ask, how would people get funding for fanzines? Because, like, from what I can tell, Kickstarter is kind of a rarity to use in fandom zine world.
Yeah, normally with zines, zines will have stretch goals where they people will come up with the assets for all the artwork. So if they're interested in merch, they'll come up with merch design. I love that comment.
Fire Emblem, the 3 weddings.
I mean, depending how you play the game, that very well could be. In my game, it's Fire Emblem, the 1,000,000 weddings, because I spent all that time maxing out my character relationships. But yeah. So zines will put together stretch goals.
Okay.
And depending on there will be a pre-order interest period where based on how much they get for pre-order, that will cover like what all gets made. And then if certain assets like physical merchandise do not get created because it didn't meet funding goal, then they will put that artwork that was used in like stickers or digital reward packages, so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I was like, from the fanzine projects that I've either contributed to or just gotten stuff from, because I'll be honest, a lot of this is stuff that you get that you're like, look at this thing, and I'm like, I love this thing.
Go ahead.
But a lot of it is like keychains and stickers and some like smaller things that are a little easier to maybe hit the goal for funding purposes.
Yeah, and the other thing that some zines will do, some zines will have stretch goals. Other zines will they have tier lists for pricing. So if you want like the full zine package, which would include like physical and digital downloads of the actual zine plus any merch rewards, it depends on how much money you put into it. Some will offer tiers where it's like you just want the little collectibles, or some will do you want just the book, or some will do like you want to mix and match. And that's another way that people have done zines, and that way all the merch still gets made, but it just is more of a supply and demand thing. So then they make it to order, and that way they don't have any overstock.
Yeah, totally get that. That's kind of how I treat it's how I've been treating a lot of my crowdfunders lately. Is I make enough to satisfy the orders that have been placed, and that's about it. Yeah, which, I appreciate that as like just a cost-effective solution. Also wanted to highlight because, believe it or not, this is a print that sold fairly recently in the pop-up shop. Wanted to highlight this because this is one of your final run prints. Once these ones are sold, they are gone forever.
Yeah, so that piece is based on the anime Violet Evergarden, which is produced by Kyoto Animation. It is I don't think I've ever told you about it, but the basic premise is, well, I think Lynn and Sunshine mentioned it, but the premise is it takes place in the world where they've had the equivalent of either World War I or World War II. The war is over and people are getting back to their lives. And one of the services that has become very popular is and if I get this wrong, if I get the name wrong, I apologize, but they basically pay people to write letters and deliver the letters to people who cannot read or write. I think I wrote the name on the damn poster. It was in French and everything, but I just can't remember the name of it. But
CH Société Postale presents. I don't read French. but it's there in the corner for people to read.
I think it's Automatic Memory Doll, and if Gary's still listening, he can correct me on this because this is one of his all-time favorite anime.
Oh yeah, he's geeking about it right now. Evergarden is the amazing. It should have aired on PBS Masterpiece Theater.
I agree.
They are apparently called auto memory dolls.
Yes. So the main character who is in the poster, she is actually a child soldier who is finally able to come home from the war. She actually lost both her hands. Her hands are prosthetic replacements. And she's trying to figure out what to do with her life. And she's trying to reunite with the soldier who saved her when she was in the war. And she gets a job through a mutual friend at the auto memory doll business. And she goes around writing all these letters for people who either they can't read, they can't write, or they've been impacted by disability the way she has. And it's just this really soft, gentle, emotionally gripping slice of life show about like the cost of war, what it does to civilians, but also just like what happens to people who live through it, like overcoming trauma, learning from the past, not forgetting the past, but learning to move on to a better future.
Yeah. Hitting close to home, I'm actually working on a comic for Ben knows about this. I'm working on a comic for the Robots anthology that he's helping to run. And the robot story that I am making is actually it's set in a D&D world. So this is a automaton druid. The powers are never explained. It's just like, she can just grow magical flowers.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, and she befriends a little girl who lives in this manor house, and the robot, her name's Roberta, because she has the engraving R083-14 across her chest, and that's her like official designation. But if you add a couple of lines, it's Roberta.
Nice.
Yeah. So and the story is just about Roberta being a robot at this manor house through this like 200-year stretch of time, growing old with this little girl who she befriends, and then sticking by her side as she grows into a young woman who runs a field hospital out of the manor house during the war, and then is by her side as they get older. And then this is one of those like comic stories that I am looking forward to making people ugly cry when they read it. But there is a lot of like there is also that kind of like subtle vibe of this is how a war can impact even just like civilian people who are not on the front lines.
Yeah.
But they're in a field hospital. They've seen some stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna have to check out Violet Evergarden now.
Yes. And there are a couple of I think there's at least one, if not two movies.
Okay.
The really interesting thing was Violet Evergarden, one of the films was in production when the Kill Annie fire happened. Which I'm sure I won't go too much into detail, but I can give you all the deets later. But it was also one of the first projects to come back after the studio reopened.
Oh, okay.
And that gave it a whole another layer of, time to ugly cry.
Oh, man. Yeah. The whole like, we're back from the ashes kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, man. Now I'm going to have to really check that out.
Yes.
Because like knowing the behind the scenes stuff with artists and creatives is to me just as fun as looking at their stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, the Kill Annie fire situation is very sad and very upsetting, but they are back and they are creating stronger than ever before. So good for them.
Yes. Excellent. Very good for them. But I would also like to reiterate for people who are watching live or catching this on the replay that There are only so many of these prints available through crowdfunder.com/Fantasyville Pop Shop right now. Once they are sold, they are gone forever. So get them while you can.
Yeah.
Another of these final run prints includes this, which is great, and I'm going to hang my copy on the wall.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yes, look at this. It's so dynamic. I
Oh,
mean, I have a bunch of your art up on the wall already. It's just not on the wall directly behind me.
gosh, thank you.
Yes, it's stunning. It's
Yeah.
stunning. I will be putting this guy, because I have one of these.
Yeah.
I will be putting this guy somewhere that this just stick
Nice.
on the wall. I feel like out of respect to the stream, I feel like I need to hang it at this angle now.
Yeah. Or upside down. You can hang it
Or
upside
upside down.
No, okay. Idea. You hang it right side up, but every time that we mention either DBZ or promare, it flips back upside down. It's like the apartment flag in Big Bang Theory.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I love the idea of Carla's recommended at an angle, but upside down.
Yes.
This is beautiful. I love this like group synergy we got going on here.
Yeah.
There's another limited run print. Here it is. Wanted to highlight this one real quick too.
Yeah, that was actually for a canceled zine project.
Oh.
It was in progress, and unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, it had to disband because there were some issues that the mods had to deal with in their personal lives, which totally understandable. I bore no ill will. But I was just like, hey, can I make this a print? And they said, knock yourself out.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they gave you permission to make it into a print. That's real good on the organizers.
Yeah.
We are getting more recommendations for what to do with the Promare Castle in the Sky print. This is great.
The only recommendation I haven't seen is put a little fence around it. Throw a blanket over it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's the other really nice thing about almost all of the zines I have been on. After the zine has gone, it's come and gone, and like the project is over. Most mods will let creators sell the zine, like the artwork, on their own terms.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So they get like the first print rights, and then rights revert back to the creator.
Yeah, I normally, just out of caution, I normally wait a year after a zine has ended before I do anything with a print, just because I'm paranoid.
You never know, though, but good on you for exercising some caution.
Yeah, and just as well, I don't want to step on like, if there's any leftover sales, I don't want to step on any toes, especially if the zine is for charity.
Yeah. Also wanted to ask, because we also have this one, which hasn't been highlighted yet.
Yeah, so that is from an anime called Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken.
Yes.
So Eizouken refers, I believe Eizouken means a film club.
Okay.
And the premise is it's about these three girls who, from top to bottom, Kanamori, Tsubaki, Domeki, and oh god, I forgot her name. I'm sorry, baby.
It's okay.
Hang on. Asagiri? I think it's Asagiri. But
I'm sure somebody in the comments will say something.
Gary would probably know because he's seen it as much as I have. This is one of those rare anime that I've actually watched it twice. All the way through. I've only watched, there's only one show that I can say I've watched more than once.
I know which one it is.
Actually, you might be surprised.
Okay, surprise me.
The anime that I have watched the most of is Madoka. I have watched.
Okay, yeah, no, that's. I figured it was that or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, I actually have not finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in its entirety a second time. I've gotten to a certain point. Normally, like I try to shut my dad, and then we fall off the wagon.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Asakusa. That is the oh my god! I just noticed it has a dub. Oh, now I gotta rewatch it again. But
You have to. It's fandom law now.
yes. So the girl with the little army hat, that's Asakusa. Sorry, I mispronounced her name. But the premise is yes, Tiny Gremlin.
Tiny Gremlin.
So the premise is Asakusa and Tsubaki want to make their own anime.
Okay.
Kanamori is in charge of money. She's obsessed with money, but not for the reasons you would think she is. And the three of them decide to band together and make a film club that will let them produce their own animated content.
Nice.
And the whole first season just explores their love and passion for the art. It kind of gives a crash course in how the industry works in terms of funding independent animation, creating independent animation, and getting people interested in it. And then Domeki comes onto the scene because they are in charge of their high school's audio club.
Oh.
And they joined the film club to keep the audio club from closing down.
Oh, nice.
Yes, you got the name right. I was like,
I've been meaning to check out this particular anime because I saw a segment where they were like this particular trio was like animating an airplane and trying to make it work, and I was like, oh, this is great.
Yes, it is by the same studio that produced, oh gosh, I gotta remember. It's by Science Saru, and they produce a bunch of new shows for film and television. Mm-hmm. For television, they're best known for their work on Devilman Crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my voice cracked as I was saying that. Devilman Crybaby. They also worked on. They are currently working on the animated adaptation of Scott Pilgrim.
Okay.
So I love Science Saru. Masaki Yuasa, he's the head of the company. He is a genius.
Ooh, okay.
Love his work.
Oh, man, I'm definitely going to have to check this out. Also, another director that I need to watch more of his stuff. The guy who directed Summer Wars and Wolf Children. Because, because man's a furry. I'm pretty well certain this man's a furry because of the other movies that this guy has produced. But, there's another one that he did that had like a wolf man and a boy, and that one I really want to watch.
Yes, The Boy and the Beast.
The Boy and the Beast, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. This is something that everybody needs to hear. Deep down inside, aren't we all furries? We try to deny it. But if you find yourself looking at a fictional cartoon character and thinking Smash. Some way, if you're thinking Smash, then you're a furry, and there's no shame in it. Ain't no shame in this house.
I feel like this is especially true of people in the millennial generation, or who would be in the millennial bracket. To be honest, we were spoiled for furry options in cartoons when we were growing up.
You may not think you're a furry, but you might be a furry.
Yeah. Deep down inside, there are two wolves. One is a furry, one isn't.
And the sooner you stop beating yourself up about it, the more you're gonna just enjoy life.
Yeah, that's really what this stream comes down to. With the thing that you really like, own that you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that is why I have this fanart Dragon Ball Z. This is the character roster for Dragon Ball Fighters, actually, up on the wall.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man, I need to catch up on that game. So Gary had said deep down inside there are two wolves, one is a furry, one isn't, and Ben goes both are anthros.
Yep.
Perfect. Yes.
The one thing I like about fandom circles nowadays is it almost seems like there's this counter cringe culture happening where people are looking back on the things they drew in their teenage years and they were going, I had fun at that point in my life. I was just making things for the fun of it. It didn't have to have meaning. It was just fun. And I think a lot of people get hung up on like the semantics of it. Like, oh, you drew like self-inserts or you drew furries or whatever. It's just like everyone did it.
Yeah.
Everyone did it and there was no shame to it. So own your embarrassing phases. You learn from those times.
Yeah, honestly, some of my favorite fanfics in particularly the Kingdom Hearts circles on AO3 are self-insert fanfics.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite. They're also some of my favorite to write. And I'll just go ahead and completely own this one because I drew doodles of this in my other sketchbook and I was telling my younger sibling about this, but there's this like crack fic idea that I have where it's like, it's operating on Who Framed Roger Rabbit rules where there are toons just coexisting with people. It's never explained, but it just happens.
Nice.
And there are all these like toon actors who are like creatively frustrated with the industry because they're like, I really want to do other acting roles, but I'm not being given the chance because I'm like tall and green, or I'm tall and red, or I have these weird legs that they're like, no, we don't want you doing this role, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, get them together at a table and play Dungeons and Dragons. And just basically. Yeah. And just have that added level of weirdness.
I do have to say, I know the film is a bit divisive, but the thing I love about the new Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie is they do work in, they kind of work in that bit of an angle with like some fictional characters have very successful careers beyond like their franchises and others don't. And they try to, some are just like, yeah, I had my day and now I'm doing stuff that I like. And then others are like, I'm going to try and break into this scene. And it's just kind of interesting. It's interesting to see how the concepts that made Who Framed Roger Rabbit interesting have evolved in that movie.
I kind of want to see this now because I remember watching a commercial for it and thinking, this looks interesting, but I'm not sure that it has enough of a plot hook for me to actually want to watch it beyond, oh, the tech is interesting.
Yeah. It's good. It's not a deep movie, but it is a fun movie.
I mean, Who Framed Roger Rabbit on the surface was not that deep.
Yeah,
but it was surprising. It has some surprising layers to it.
Yeah,
especially because like I had never caught on to this as a kid, but like the commentary in Who Framed Roger Rabbit of, and you don't really realize it because of the way that it's edited for TV. You got to watch the DVD version to really get the full scope of it. But Toontown being threatened to be destroyed to have a freeway built through it is a commentary on stuff that really happened to Black performers back in the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah. And it's also, they kind of have that commentary as well. Just the way that like the human characters treat the toons.
Yeah.
How they're like, they're too wacky. They're too zany.
Yeah.
And even within the community itself, like the Black and White toons don't have jobs.
Yeah.
Like he goes to the bar and he sees Betty Boop waiting tables and she's like, well, there just isn't any work for Black and White cartoons like me.
Yeah. The toons work's been slow since toons turned to color. Basically. Yeah. Which
like even in the movie Cats Don't Dance, which is I adore Cats Don't Dance.
It's so good.
That whole film is basically an allegory for how minority actors are treated in Hollywood or were treated in Hollywood during the Golden Age.
Yeah. I can't speak about nowadays. Gary brings up then 2D versus 3D toons. I'm assuming that's in the Chip and Dale movie that commentary is. Yeah, because the clip that I saw was like one of them had 3D-ified themselves and the other was like, why did you do that?
Yeah. I think it's Dale. Dale got 3D plastic surgery and Chip was just kind of like, I see you went for the procedure. And he was just like, yeah, it was what was right for me. And then they kind of just move on.
Okay.
The way they did the 2D animation in that movie is interesting because some of it is hand-drawn animation on 3D puppet rigs. and then
Okay.
some of it is just hand-drawn animation.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's real interesting.
3 Dale. Yeah, that's probably why they did that in the movie, was for that meta joke.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
be real.
I'm gonna grab some water really quick. I will be right back.
Okay. While this is happening, I will go ahead and mention that this stream is happening to highlight some things that are at the Fantasyville Pop-Up Shop. It's our first ever holiday pop-up shop that we are running. It is at crowdfunder.com/FVille Pop Shop. Link also in the doobly-doo. A lot of the HoloLife prints, mini prints, that I was featuring earlier, and a lot of the promare prints that I was screaming about are all available in the store right now. I'll go ahead and ask the chat, since we're getting to a point where we're going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. If you have any questions for Chloe, ask them in the chat and we will get to those. Just going to go ahead and ask for any cues. Hit me. Yes. Yeah, I really need to catch up on Rescue Rangers because, like, yeah, I'm revisiting old childhood shows. Especially now that I know that Gargoyles is good.
Oh my god, Gargoyles.
Yes, I need to watch.
Goliath.
I saw the first 3 episodes as an adult and I went, why didn't I watch this as a kid?
Oh, absolutely.
This would have rocked my socks off as a kid.
That, and you know what else is a phenomenal show that I completely, like, I saw episodes of it as a kid and it just completely flew over my head. Cyber 6.
Yes.
Oh,
it's on YouTube.
Yes, I actually found the box set on Amazon. I want to get it for myself for Christmas.
Yes, I also love that, like, it is basically the story of a trans character.
A trans character fighting former Nazis.
Active Nazis.
Yeah, former and active Nazis.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
I can't believe they got away with adapting it for a children's show.
Yeah, that's the surprising thing to me. Mostly because there was a YouTuber who made a video talking about the animated show and the comic that it was based off of.
Yes.
The comic goes places, but
yeah,
it's also a comic from Argentina. Of course, it's going to go places.
Yeah,
creators from Argentina are at an entirely different level. So
aren't the creators of Black Sad from Argentina as well, or are they from Spain?
I believe they are from Spain.
Okay.
Because the artist worked in the Spanish division of Disney Animation.
Yes.
So, yes.
Oh god, I forget his name, but
I forget his name too, even though I have like 2 of the books.
He did the Freak of the Week animated music video.
He did. I love that music video so heckin' much. Also, Freak Kitchen is a very good band. I highly recommend them.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. I forget how I found them, but I follow one of the animators who works on Freak of the Week. And I commented on, because they posted the pencil tests, and I had commented saying this music video still holds up, and they commented back like, holy shit, like, you watched it the day of its premiere? And I was like, yeah, I'm a nerd.
You're an animation nerd. That's just what you do.
Basically.
It's not like you have a master's degree in it or something.
That's like how now I'm like, I shouldn't say friends because that's making bold assumptions, but yes. I follow one of the concept artists who worked on Into the Spider-Verse, and they had also done pre-production paintings for The Lord of the Rings, Prince of Egypt, and a handful of other films. And they specifically painted the portrait of Kingpin and his family that's hanging in Kingpin's house. And he posted it to Instagram, and all of the comments, most of them were pleasant, but some of them were like, LOL, like, how did Kingpin have a child if his wife was that tiny? And I'm just like, one, people really don't think before they post. And 2, I'm more interested in the obvious Klimt influence on this painting.
Yes.
And we wound up just talking like for a bit in the comment thread just about like Muka influence in Into the Spider-Verse.
That's amazing. That is so good. That's like, Toledo Comic Arts Fest was fairly recently. It was last weekend, actually.
Yeah.
And yes, I met, oh God, I need to remember his last name, but his first name is Shof. He co-created New Masters, which is the comic out from Image Comics. Highly recommend that you read it. It's Afrofuturism or African futurism. It's so good. Oh my God. If you like heists, like space western heists and Firefly and the zaniness of Castle in the Sky and that vibe, read New Masters.
Hell yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, because I actually went because at Tolcaf, he actually did a presentation about his work and his artistic influences and things like that because he's a Nigerian comic artist.
Okay.
And he also recently got a short picked up at Disney. So it's on Disney Plus now. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is.
Oh my gosh.
It starts with an N. I'm blanking on it right now, but it is based on African myth, particularly Yoruba myth, because that's his background. He's a Yoruba creator. And there's, oh my God, like New Masters, the comic is so heckin' good. I have a copy of it on my shelf now. I highly recommend it. So good. But there's like when he was talking about his own artistic influences, he talked about like Tintin and a few other things, but my eyes focused right in on Zelda the Wind Waker.
Hell yeah.
That was up on the slide, and I was like, I need to ask him about this, and then I didn't ask him about it.
Wind Waker is so interesting.
That was my first Zelda game, and that was the first one where I went, I want to finish this all the way through, and then I did multiple times.
So full disclaimer, as much of a nerd as I am, I have not actually played through a Zelda game from start to finish.
They're hard.
Yeah, I am making I'm probably making a mistake in doing this, but I plan to start Breath of the Wild sometime next year.
Ooh.
And then Tears of the Kingdom, because in Tears of the Kingdom, not only does Matthew Mercer play Ganondorf,
yes,
Chris Hackney plays Rauru. And Chris Hackney is the English voice of Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And he is phenomenal.
Yes, he is. Also, Rauru is yeah.
I am I'm also making the chef's kiss Pacha meme.
Just but like, okay, full disclosure, I'm not sure that I have any intention on playing Breath of the Wild now that I know that Tears of the Kingdom has ninjas, pizza, rockets. Matt Mercer is Ganondorf shirtless for most of the game.
I would still play Breath of the Wild simply because I remember the day that my sister started playing it.
Okay.
She got it on a whim because her former college roommates were like, you need to play Breath of the Wild. You need to play this.
Okay.
And I remember her going through the opening cutscene, and she just turned on the couch and looked at me and said, why was this as fulfilling as watching the entirety of a Studio Ghibli film? I feel like I'm in a Ghibli film now. And like, when I tell you that, like, we sat and watched the ending of the game together, like the final fight, it was so good. So I 100% recommend giving Breath of the Wild a try. Okay.
Yeah, I remember watching Alex play it a lot, and we stumbled into the ending on accident. Because she was trying to climb to the top of a tower for whatever reason, then she fell in, and then it's like, oh, there's the final boss fight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, there were a couple of things in the chat. Ben wanted to ask, going back to the very beginning of the stream, how did you like adjunct professor work, and how did you get into that?
Good question. So, after I went to graduate school for animation, I started coming up with because ultimately I would like to do some form of work in the animation industry, probably in storyboards. But I also started thinking like, okay, if that does not happen, what would I like to be a plan B? And in doing research on my thesis and learning all about like the history of animation and getting to talk with industry creatives, I got really into the idea of teaching animation history, and like the history of storyboarding and all of that good stuff. So I had my MFA in animation from SCAD. And when I moved back home, I kind of put teaching on the back burner to get other work started up just so I could start paying off like student loans and such. And recently, within the last 2 years, I want to say, I started looking into applying for adjunct work at Bowling Green State University. And because that was where I went to college, and B, that's where a lot of my professors were still at. And I applied a couple of times and it was just didn't quite line up right. And then last year at the tail end of the summer, I got an email that said, "Hey, we got a position. You in?"
Yep, I remember you were so excited about that.
Yeah. Honestly, I love working with the students. As somebody who, when I was in college, it was super validating to talk with professors about their interests.
Yeah.
And like learning about what got them into art. I love talking with the students about what inspires them to create, the kind of things that they're interested in nowadays, and just figuring out like all the different avenues you can explore within the industry of animation, not just in terms of making animation, but like going to festivals, seeing other films outside of the genre, seeing how the industry has expanded beyond just North America. G Kids, if you're ever interested in looking in international animation, I recommend anything in the G Kids catalog. I recently just watched Bird Boy, The Forgotten Children, which was it's a Spanish animated film, and it is gorgeously dark, but ultimately hopeful. And then I said, well, that was good. What's Unicorn Wars? And that was dark in the complete opposite direction. So my whole
surprise, Unicorn Wars has a war.
Yeah. It has war.
oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
No, Unicorn Wars is very good, but very heavy. I definitely recommend Bird Boy. I don't know if I would recommend Unicorn Wars.
Okay. I do want to check out Bird Boy. Just thinking about like, as far as international animated films, I know of Book of Kells, and because Book of Kells is very good. They the same people who did Book of Kells also did one with I don't remember the name of it, but it involved basically a clan of people who could shapeshift into wolves.
Yes, Wolfwalkers.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Cartoon Saloon, which is the Irish studio that made Secret of Kells, they have their Celtic trilogy, and then they have films beyond the Celtic trilogy. So when the studio was open, they decided they wanted to make 3 films specifically about Irish culture, including Song of the Sea. Yes.
Yep.
And that's about Selkies. Wolfwalkers is about Wolfwalkers, obviously. Yes. And then Secret of Kells is just about the history of that illuminated text.
Yeah, the Book of Kells. It's as a former librarian, I know entirely too many weird facts about rare books. So yeah, Book of Kells is one of the ones that's like, oh, I'm so glad they made an animated movie about this.
Yeah, and then outside of those 3, they also made The Breadwinner, which is a film about I forget which country it takes place in, so I won't say just out of fear of being ignorant, but it is about a young girl who is forced to disguise themselves as a boy in order to earn money for their family when their father gets arrested. Because they become the breadwinner. And then most recently, they released My Father's Dragon, which is an animated film about a young boy. I believe he's dealing with the loss of his father, but he discovers his father knew a dragon. and it's about their journey connecting over that shared loss and the memories that they have of the same person.
Oh my gosh, I have to check that out. You're gonna have to send me Rex and post these in the YouTube comments, etc., etc.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I need to check this out.
Yeah.
Yes. And right now the chat is just kind of geeking out about other things. Like, yay, voice acting nerdery.
Yes, I will. To the day I die, I will proudly, like, I will put voice actors out there. I'll recommend them. Voice acting does not get the credit and recognition that it deserves outside of like video game awards and like animation awards. It deserves so much more. Like, people think voice acting's easy. It is not.
Yeah, somebody made a joke recently about like there are actors who have come off of working at Marvel and they're like, oh, it was so hard because there wasn't somebody in front of me and the space was just so devoid of props and environment and it was just me in a green box and it was so hard, and voice actors are like
Yeah,
about the whole thing, because it's like voice actors have to do all of that recording in the equivalent of a closet.
yeah. BWH Comics, aka Ben, says Breadwinner takes place in Afghanistan under the Taliban. So yes,
okay,
that is what I thought. I was gonna say either Afghanistan or Iraq, but thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it.
Yeah. For anybody who's looking for a book rec, I'm pretty sure that this is available as an audiobook, but don't quote me on this one. But I do recommend, there is a book called Hijab Butch Blues by Lamia H. Very good. It is basically about a non-binary Muslim person talking about reconciling their queer identity and being a devout Muslim person.
Nice.
Which is so heckin' cool. And I also love how they interpret a lot of the Quran. Because there's like some passages that they look at, and I'm like, I really like how they look at particularly the Jonas myth. Yeah, because like the way that they interpret the Jonas myth is that Jonas, up to a point, was like, oh, I have been talking to these people about God and no one is listening. I am so tired. God, what am I supposed to do? And that is when Jonah is swallowed by the whale. And like Lamia actually chooses to interpret that as God gave Jonah a space for Jonah to be by himself where he didn't have to talk to anybody else. He could just have that sacred space for himself so that he could rest and recuperate. It was extreme, but
sometimes you just gotta get eaten by a whale in order to take a rest.
Sometimes you just gotta get in the whale's mouth so that you can be like, I'm not looking at your DMs.
Yeah. That's one way. When you were saying, you were quoting the one passage from the book, it made me think of that one out of context panel from Goodnight Poon Poon.
Ooh, yeah.
Poon Poon says, hey God, like, what's my purpose in life? And God said, I don't know, man. Why don't you figure it out? Or something to that effect. Again, I have not read it all the way through. Poon Poon is one of those manga that, again, like, there are parts of it that I'm like, this is really good, but based on the content and the subject matter, I can't recommend it because it is extremely like heavy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But if you're interested, if you can handle those kind of stories, I would say check it out. But also, like, make sure you're in a good headspace and a safe environment, because you will come out of it feeling like the worst.
Yeah. Honestly, I toe very cautiously around stuff like that. Yeah. I had a train of thought and then it got derailed. But we have also been going for like Just about an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Well, it's also just like really nice to like hang out and chat with you. So there's that vibe going.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that the camera was scuffed.
Well,
And
it's
for the other
fine.
stuff.
We'll just check off the technical difficulty square on the bingo card.
Yeah.
We still got to get that bingo card going.
We do. We really do.
Oh yeah, we do. Like because we hit the promare square, we hit the technical difficulty square, we hit the
DVD
shilling
square.
the Dragon Ball Z square, the shilling square, the basically the YouTube shilling square of like comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. We've hit that box.
Yeah.
I feel like that alone should be a free space.
Yeah.
On
We
the bingo
probably
card.
hit bingo at some point.
Yeah. Oh, no cat square yet. Oh, you missed Bri being on stream earlier today.
You did while I was screaming and flailing trying to get my technical difficulty sorted out. Kelsey grabbed Bri.
Yeah, I grabbed Bri and I paid the cat tax, and we were able to continue. I feel like that might have been part of appeasing the technical difficulty streaming gods was paying the cat tax.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yes, but we will add that cat square onto the bingo card.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much for taking the time to be on this stream with me, Chloe. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties.
No,
but
I'm the one who should apologize.
It's fine.
I am a streaming baby compared to you. So I appreciate your patience with me while I figured this out.
Oh, it's totally fine. It was a pleasure to have you on the stream.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to do the charity plug.
We do need to do the charity plug. Yes, I'll let you talk about that. But I'll go ahead and highlight some comments here. Jessica, I will work on the bingo card, I promise.
So yeah, because given things that have happened in recent before we move on to the charity plug, Ben mentioned we somehow managed to not devolve into Danganronpa talk this time, but that could be a square.
Oh boy.
If Kelsey, for charity. Kelsey, yes. we should absolutely do a Danganronpa stream. I would love to walk you through the absolute batshit insanity that is Danganronpa.
I mean, you helped walk me through Undertale, so I am down for a walkthrough of any game.
But yeah, charity plug. So for those of you guys who are interested in purchasing any of my prints, a portion, and you can find them on the Fantasyville Pop-Up Shop on crowdfunder.com, link in the doobly-doo, and also on the screen. But I am planning to donate a portion of proceeds for all the cumulative sales on my prints, which includes, it's basically all the fan art that includes the poster prints and mini prints. A portion of sales made will be donated to humanitarian. I almost said humanitarian. Humanitarian relief in Palestine. Because as of now, the people most impacted by what is happening in that area are children, and I want to help in any way I can. So I will be donating a portion of proceeds to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, and if there is enough left over, then I would also like to donate to Doctors Without Borders. Yes. But and even if you don't want to purchase any of my prints, that is fine. But please consider supporting any of the other fantastic artists that are on the pop-up shop.
Yes. We have a ton of creators. We have like over 10 creators on board right now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have so many. And I also did a live stream previously highlighting some of the things that we have. And if you would like to catch that, it is on my YouTube channel, link down below. It's on an archived live stream. So just check out the streams. It's there. It's the opening day stream. But I do have some of my own stuff that is also up on the pop-up shop. Like today, I just put the PDF version of Cats, the Sketchbook, up for sale. And Cats, the Sketchbook is my collection of Inktober 2023 sketches.
Yeah, I love those. They're so good. Man.
I had so much fun drawing these. I'll go ahead and highlight like a couple of them because I have the sketchbook right here. This one was one of my favorites to do.
I love that one. I love that one so much.
I wanted to play with lighting on this one, and I'm so glad with how it turned out.
Yeah.
So this one was a lot of fun. One of my other favorite sketches is in a different book, and it's out of reach. And honestly, getting up out of chairs is painful right now. So look at my Instagram. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, there was another one that was really, really good. Okay, this one's one of my other favorites.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, this one was a fun one to do, just to practice my line art, but also I really liked this idea of like cat people with ethereal magic props.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, this is the cover.
Yes, I love that one. It's so good.
This is Scarlet.
Yeah.
She did pass away last month, so
Yeah.
the book is in memory of her. And also there's a little blurb in the back that's like acknowledgements, and I do fully acknowledge pretty much every cat that inspired all of the sketches in this book.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which includes Bree, Boo Boo, Mooney Vegeta Muser Peterson Crawford. That is his full name.
Nice.
And this is one of my favorites.
Yes, I love that one. The makeup.
The makeup, yes. This was actually inspired by Alaska Thunderfuck's look in she was in an episode of Dirty Laundry on Dropout TV.
Oh, I love it.
I love her so much. I want to do more cat drag queens, honestly.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, absolutely want to do that. Oh, this one was another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love the dress. The look is serving.
Yes,
it gives queen vibes. God, teach me how to shade. Teach me your shading skills.
The secret is when I am drawing with Copic markers. I'll go ahead and talk about the process of this one. I have to highlight Los's comment.
Gives no thunder. Yes. Oh my God. Make that a sticker. Make that a sticker.
Mwah! I am writing this down. Honestly, the Los has some of the best ideas. Also, I want to shout out the Los is actually doing a bit of a donation drive, so I highly recommend that you check out the Los on Instagram, Instagram at the Los, for more details about that. To help support his runs at upcoming Zine Fest in the DC area.
Heck yeah.
Yes, but also he's just a brilliant mastermind of a person. Anytime that I am like stuck on ideas for like how to get the word out about stuff, I'm like, Los, help me. And he's like, do this thing.
Hell yeah. So artist
great.
Supporting artists.
Yes, absolutely. Gives no thunder fox. This is amazing. I am making this a sticker.
You gotta do it in the style of like Thundercats. Ho! Instead it's Thunderfucks. No.
Also, Ben was like, Robin Williams had a joke about how all cats are drag queens, which is honestly perfect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Also, yes.
The
cat people.
Agree.
Cat people, great. Ethereal props, great. Cat people with ethereal props should be double great. I agree 110%. That is why a good chunk of the sketches in Cats' sketchbook are just cat people with ethereal props.
But yeah, so yeah, shameless promotion for the Cats zine on the Fantasyville Pop-Up Shop, and all of the shameless promotion for all of the awesome artists who have contributed to the pop-up shop. Yes.
Real quick before I get too derailed, the way that I approach shading for this one in particular, I'll talk about since I have her up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have her color palette be very, very warm. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do like cool shading too much. So I did do cool shading actually to counterbalance that. It was all warm colors. So like the fur is kind of like a tawny brown color, the dress is red, and then the Oh no, this is like warm shading. I wanted to keep the palette like warm colors. So when I shaded it, I used warm grays, primarily warm gray number 3 and number 5.
Nice.
When shading this one. And for me, I've noticed that my default shading angle is to treat it like the lighting is coming in from this angle on any given subject that I draw in my sketchbook. So I was like, you know what, I'll play it up different. I'm going to have the lighting come from this angle, and we'll do it that way. And I think it worked out real nicely.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. So it's funny because like I've also been talking with somebody else who's also on the Robots anthology about art stuff, because he's been asking me a lot of questions, and I'm like, let me just word vomit all of my world building for the Legend of Jamie Roberts at you. Because oh my god, it started with him asking how do you decide what background elements to draw, and I'm like, sir, let me tell you. And it like now I'm looking at making just a lore book for all of the background elements in the Legend of Jamie Roberts Volume 1 and Volume 2. That's like, yeah, I'm making this zine. I have like, I know what pages I'm going to talk about to be like, so in this page, this pattern on this guy's kilt actually represents a traditionally Mokta pattern, because Mokta are signified with circles within circles, because that signifies the evil eye in this culture. So anything that has circles within circles is the evil eye pattern. You don't want things to have the evil eye pattern on them, because that attracts Mokta, which are the evil spirits in this world. And like, oh, the door patterns or the rays that are the triangle patterns that are drawn around the door frames signify sun rays, and that keeps bad spirits out. A background check, if you will.
Oh my god.
That's the name. That's the name of the zine. A background check.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nailed
background check for Jamie Roberts.
Love it.
Oh my god, Lois with all of these freaking ideas slapping. Yes. Yes. And we are almost at the 2-hour mark. Holy banana pants.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Well, it's really easy to like talk about this stuff with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Askaroth wanted to mention minor thing that I need to call out: smoke. It is hard to get smoke to look like either a real trail of smoke or play a part of the scene, and that was an amazing smoke trail. Thank you. Talking about talking about Her Majesty royal robes here.
Yeah, it reminds me of it gives grandma, it's me on the stage.
Anastasia. I love it.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah, we do need to have on the bingo card Los gives ideas. That needs to be on the bingo card.
The budgies agree. They're trilling happily.
Oh, good. I am so happy that the budgies agree. Yes. So we're definitely going to make the bingo card a reality.
Yes.
At this point. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the wrapping up stage, because we've been going for like an hour and 57 minutes and 45 seconds. Holy banana pants. I have a ticker going in the top corner over there. That's how I know these things.
See, I think this is another part of the scuff, because my live says we've been going for 2 hours and 58 minutes, and I'm like, that's not right.
No, that's definitely not right. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, 3 more hours.
I would love to, but I honestly do not have it in me for 3 more hours.
I don't either. I would love to, but I really need some tea.
Yeah, same. I need tea, and I need to finish my burger.
Yes, absolutely. So we will let you get to your burger. Let's go ahead and do some outro stuff.
Yes.
So we've been signal boosting your prints on the Crowdfunder shop, but if people want to find you elsewhere, would this link be the best place to find your stuff?
Oh gosh. What is that? The link that's on my Instagram for my link?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can go ahead and give shout outs to where you can find me as well. So I am on Instagram at Chloe Rose Art. Well, exactly as it is spelled. I am also on Pillow Fort and Twitter under the same handles. I don't use Twitter that much. But
Neither do I.
I have it anyway. I am also on Tumblr under the username Purple Paws. Again, that link should be in the bio, but I do need to update my contact info. But you should be able to find me on Instagram and Pillow Fort. That's where I like to hang out. I also have a Blue Sky. That's still new. It is new.
I also have a Blue Sky.
Well, we gotta add each other.
We gotta add each other.
It's new and baby, so I haven't done anything with it yet. But yes, if you are interested in any of that stuff, feel free to come find me on follow the link in the doobly-doo.
Yes, I also did put this in the doobly-doo. It's on the screen and it's in the doobly-doo.
Yeah.
Yes. Ben wants to say awesome stream. Good hanging with the two of you again. It has been stellar. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for being on stream with us. The Lois would also like to shout out that Blue Sky is great. It is pretty great, honestly.
Yeah. I need to get on there more. I've friended people. I've got it set up, and I have made exactly 2 posts, and that's it.
I'm starting to get a little bit more active on there, mostly because a lot of the like tabletop RPG people that I followed on my one side account all migrated over to Blue Sky, so I've just been like catching up with people.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of my fandoms all overlap with the tabletop RPG space.
Heck yeah.
That's how I know about like Dungeons and Daddies, Heart of Elinthe, Dimension 20, and all of these other things. Also, shout out to Legends of Evantris for hitting their Kickstarter goal, because holy banana pants, that's awesome. Yes. Also, I just recommend Legends of Evantris because you've more than likely seen their shorts. They're the ones with Chuckles the Clown. Yeah. So I
have.
If you have not, Chloe, I will send you over some very choice shorts.
Yes.
Because there's one that's like an older lady being like, does your green child need a booster seat? And the sorcerer's like, no, this is a grown man goblin. It's quite good.
I love it.
It's so good. Also, Safriona Maple, very good recommendation. A good herbal tea. I did pick up glazed lemon loaf tea from Tazo at the store the other day. So I will be having another cup of that very soon.
I'll probably have peppermint tea of some kind.
Ooh, yeah. Like I still have your peppermint tea that you gifted me a while back. That I still have some of that. So maybe I'll have just peppermint tea instead. Yeah. Alrighty. So other wrap-up parts of the stream. So be sure to check out Chloe's stuff. Chloe posts amazing things. Link.bio/Chloe Rose Art for all of that stuff. There's also a link in the doobly-doo. I would also like to reiterate everything that we featured on this stream. That is Chloe's art is available now at crowdfunder.com/FVille Pop Shop. Link also in the doobly-doo. We are accepting orders until December 1st.
Yes.
So far, we have sold about $159 worth of stuff, which yay. And a good chunk of that is tips for the creators whose work got bought. And I will make sure that all of the creators get 100% of the tips. And also shout out to the folks who have placed orders so far, because Crowdfunder does allow for, if you want to kick a little bit more, to be like, hey, I'll help you cover the bank fees. It absolutely lets you do that. So more of the contribution goes towards the creators in the shop.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Love that for the system. That's why I'm doing this on Crowdfunder. So crowdfunder.com/FVille Pop Shop. All of this is to say 100% of all sales and tips go towards the contributors of the pop-up shop, including Chloe Rose Art. And Ben Wright Human and director who's been in the chat with us, hanging out with us today. So shout out to the both of them. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Also, shout out to everybody in the chat who's been hanging out with us since our technical difficulty 20-minute ring, which totally okay. It happens on every live stream to some degree or another. So we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
But wanted to shout out to everybody who's been hanging out with us in chat. Asgaroth Smith, The Los, Ben, Safriona Maple, Jessica, Arch of Winter, aka Gary. You're awesome. Director, who's also Geo. And if I missed your name, it's not that I'm disregarding you. It's just that there's been a lot of people hanging out in the chat with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
It's been awesome getting to talk with you guys, and thank you for bearing with the scuff on my part.
Well, as the Low said, it just means you got to do it again another time.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout you out, Asgaroth. They're trying to be like, don't shout me out. I just got here. We're going to shout you out because just you being here means that you're awesome.
We shall extol your praises.
Extol the praises of Asgaroth Smith and the Los and Ben Wright Human and Safriona Mabel and Jessica.
Yes.
And everyone who has joined us.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Links in the doobly-doo.
Yes.
All right. That's all we've got for now. Tune in for the next stream on Monday, where we talk with Geo, another creator who is contributing to the first ever Fantasyville Pop-Up Shop. We will be talking with him about his work. So tune in Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that. Do all the YouTube stuff. And thank you again, Chloe, for tuning in with us and bearing with us with the technical difficulties.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Yes. Also, if you're watching this on the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Y'all are great.
Yes, to you in the future. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you know you are awesome and loved.
Yes. And also, if you sneeze during the replay, bless you. Yes. That's all we got for now. Thank you so much for watching. You are awesome.
Bye-bye.